This morning, I woke up to the news that Italy had lost to Sweden in their World Cup qualifier over 2 legs and would ultimately not be going to the 2018 World Cup in Russia. Italy's inability to qualify has sent shock throughout the worldwide footballing community, with people, including myself, struggling to vision a World Cup without the Azzurri. But immediately I thought we needed to make this right. Today, we bring back one of the most highly requested styles of rebuilds on the channel, the international rebuild. Today, we take over Italy and lead them to the promised land, the World Cup final. Can we replicate 2006 and restore an inch of pride in Italian football? Let's find out. G'day guys, how's it going? It is JarradHD here. Welcome back to our second rebuild, our second international rebuild on the channel. Of course, we're going with the Italian national team. The team I'm going to choose for this as just the team we have to choose as a default team is Juventus. Not that it really will have any bearing on the total rebuild, we just have to choose one. So here are the rules for the International Rebuild Challenge. The objective of the International Rebuilds is to win the World Cup with our selected nation. All the games in the episode are simulated except for the World Cup final. The episode does not finish until we win the World Cup final, not the Euros, not anything else, the World Cup. And it does not matter how we source talent, whether they are pre-existing players or whether they are regens or whether they are youth scouted players. Hopefully that clears it up. Let's get into the rebuild. But if you guys do go on to enjoy today's international rebuild, make sure that you leave a like on the video and make sure that you bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below if you are new around here. Definitely want to do more of these in the future, so all the support is needed to show me that you want it as well. So I'm going to be doing this rebuild a little bit differently to the England rebuild and differently to normal rebuilds as a whole. If you saw the England rebuild, you would know that I chose Tottenham as the team, just the general team to use. And I showed way too much with Tottenham. I showed me in the first 3 seasons bringing in players, selling players, showing our results. I'm not going to do any of that with Juventus for the single fact that this is an Italy rebuild, not a Juventus rebuild. If I show you who I'm buying and selling, that just doesn't make sense to me. It drags the video out way too long and really takes away from the core aspect of the rebuild, and that is to take Italy to the top. So I'll show you everything to do with Italy in terms of World Cup qualifiers, European qualifiers, the World Cup, everything like that, but nothing to do with Juventus. So I'll see you when we get the Italy offer. Alright, here we are on the 13th of August. I was getting confused with my months there, but I did go in for the catalog item where you get an international offer from your home country. The Italy Football Association offer us the opportunity to take over. Look at the objectives. They want us to reach the semi-finals of the World Cup. How about qualifying first, lads? Let's do that. Let's accept it. We're the Italy manager. So this is looking through the international pool, the default one, and I'm making a straight up swap here. Buffon is staying in. Hopefully we can give him a go at the World Cup, although he's probably retired by then. If we actually can qualify for the FIFA or the 2018 World Cup, not sure what the go is there, but a lot of talent in this Italy squad. I've already done a lot of scouting off screen to figure out what my starting 11 is going to be like for the World Cup, hopefully if we get there. But I will put it all together. I'll select my national squad and show you the plan that I have for the first section of the rebuild. So this is the side I've put together. This is the side that I plan on rocking for the World Cup next year if we get there. The only difference is I might be putting in Bonaventura or Jorginho instead of De Rossi. Just depends on if he's retired or if his overall has gone down a lot. And if Buffon has retired, then obviously I'm going to be putting Donnarumma in there. Same deal with players like Chiellini and Bonucci. Depends how their overall's going, but This is the general vibe. I mean, I don't even know if we qualified for the World Cup yet. It's going to be a pretty interesting rebuild, but I'll talk to you guys in a second when we have some action to look at. So here's the weird thing. Here's our first piece of action for the rebuild, and I'm assuming that the FIFA 18 has already gotten real life figures, real life point totals and all that stuff from real life qualifying, because we're already 8 games in and we are in a group with Belgium, Norway, Denmark, Ireland and Bulgaria, and we're second place behind Belgium on 16 points. So I'm just going to look at the calendar here and just have a general suss out and see how many games we have. So we've got this one here against Belgium, another one on the 5th, and then that's a friendly, that's a friendly. Is this a qualifier? Friendly. Nothing there, nothing there. So I'm assuming that these are our last 2 qualifiers. A friendly against Belgium. Yeah, so these are probably our last 2 qualifiers before the World Cup. So if we perform well here against Belgium and then I think it was Denmark or Norway, we'll be through to the World Cup in 2018, which obviously is not what happened in real life. Alright, so away against Belgium, topping our group they are. If we can get a good result here, that will be brilliant. Bernardeschi is out for this game. Berardi comes in. Bernardeschi did pick up an injury. That Belgium squad is legit. Let me know in the comment section down below who you guys think can win the World Cup next year, because Belgium realistically could do that, but they do take the lead here against us. Chiellini gets an injury. Batshuayi makes it 2-0. Insigne gets us a 2-1 goal, but can we equalize here, or are we going to cop a loss in our first game as Italian manager? We cop a loss. And not a good piece of news for the Italy side and for our Juventus side. Chiellini is out for 6 weeks with a torn groin injury. So I don't think this game against Norway means anything. I think we've already qualified for the World Cup, so let's just hope we can get a win though. Let's hope we can get a win as our first game as Italian manager and get a bit of confidence heading into the World Cup. Barzagli comes in for Chiellini. Belotti gives us the lead in the 7th minute. He's going to be a beast for us in this rebuild. Whether we win in the 2018 World Cup, 2022 World Cup, 2026 World Cup, who knows? But Ødegaard, haven't heard of him for a while. He tied things up here for Norway. So the Norwegians are giving us a good run for our money, but Domenico Berardi does put us back in front. 10 minutes to go here. Do we get our first W as Italian manager? Yes, we do. And there it is. If you look in the top right-hand corner here, you will see manager qualify for World Cup. We're going to Russia, baby. That's already better than Italy have done in real life. Alright, here we are at the end of the season, and it is time to submit our squad for the 2018 Russia World Cup. So, pretty similar to the squad I showed before. Just going to go through it now. You can pause it at any time if you'd like to have a deeper look at the players we're taking, but it'll be interesting to see how far we go in this. It would be quite awkward if we managed to win it this year. But I guess it would be funny, but that's the squad we have for the World Cup. A few players of importance are missing out, but overall, I'm pretty happy with it, so we'll submit it. So let's have a look at our group for the World Cup in Russia. Australia, my home nation, and it's going to be interesting. I don't know when I'm going to post this video, but right now, we have our second leg against Honduras in the World Cup qualifiers playoffs tomorrow night. So when you're watching this, you might know if we've qualified or not, but hopefully we'll be at Russia in 2018 along with Chile and Slovenia, who are both not there, and Italy's not there, so this is a group of non-qualifiers. Actually, did Slovenia make it? I don't know, but Group C is Italy, Slovenia, Australia, and Chile. Taking a look at the other groups, this is Group D, Argentina and Portugal. That is pretty big, and China made it. What the hell? Group E is Spain, Greece, Turkey, and South Africa. Group F, now that is a pretty tough group. Germany, Russia, Mexico, and Egypt. And then Group G is Belgium, Finland, Saudi Arabia, and the Ivory Coast. Group H is another tough one. Brazil, the Netherlands, who didn't make it themselves, Switzerland, Cameroon. Group A is England, Poland, Wales, Colombia. Group B is France, Hungary, Canada made the World Cup, okay. Uruguay, and then Group C is our home nation. So a few big nations not making the World Cup. So here we go. Our opening game of the 2018 Russia World Cup is against Australia. You can see the side we're rocking. Very happy that Buffon is there. If it was real life, I don't think he would have been there. Australia's side is decent as well. A few players that wouldn't make it are in there, like Adam Taggart and all that. But Belotti does give us the lead here. Good to see that. Lecky misses a penalty and Aaron Moy gets the yellow card. Bonaventura makes it 2-0. So we're starting off really strongly. 3-0 there. Oh, we're giving Ange Postecoglou's Australian side a good whooping here. Belotti makes it 4-0. That is embarrassing for my home country of Australia, but that is a really good sign for us. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. We're rocking the exact same lineup for the game here against Chile. If we get another 4-0 victory, that would be huge. Who do they have? They've got... It's not as strong as normal, to be honest. They got Sanchez, Vidal, Medel, all those sort of players, but I swear they have more recognized players, or maybe I'm just thinking a bit weirdly, but Bernardeschi does give us the lead. Vidal equalizes there for Chile, unfortunately. Bernardeschi gets a second goal. We are in really good position at the moment. If we win this, I think that just about secures us a spot. Yeah, we look like we're about to go to the knockout rounds. We are on fire. But that will conclude season number 1. Of course, you can't go, like the World Cup goes across the off season, so it breaks it up halfway through the season. So once we get into season 2, we will take on Slovenia to see who finishes top of our group in the World Cup. Let's get into it. Alright, so we kick off the second season here with our final group stage game in the World Cup. As you can see, both us and Slovenia have qualified for the round of 16 or the knockout rounds, and it's just a matter of who can finish top of the group. Now, I've put in a few different players in here. Immobile, De Rossi, Ramanoli, and Donnarumma all getting a start here. Hopefully we can overcome the Slovenian side and get top of our group. Immobile doing that so far, but we have been really good in our games. Campbell equalizes here for Slovenia. I am genuinely interested to see how far we can go in the 2018 World Cup. Hopefully we continue this well. We do get back in the lead through an Insigne penalty in the 69th minute. Nice. And now we're going to top our group. Group C is topped by Italy. So here we go. Not a very good outcome as we take on the runners-up in the Brazil World Cup, Argentina. Out of all the teams we could have come up against, we come up against Argentina, which is not what we want. I mean, it was going to be a bad outcome regardless because Slovenia ended up getting drawn against the Euro 2016 winners in Portugal, but we'll give it our best shot. Alright, here we go. It is the moment of truth. We've had some pretty tough challenges in the group stages, which I think we handled pretty well, but Argentina are a whole different level. Messi's in there, Higuain's in there, and Gaetan gives them the lead. They've got Dybala. Their attack is absolutely rampant. We're 1-0 down here in the 11th minute. Are we going to get eliminated in the round of 16? No! 2 yellow cards in a minute from Marquisio. How? How does that happen? Oh no, we're not looking good. We need a goal. Somebody step up. Please, come on. No. Oh, we're eliminated in the round of 16 of the 2018 Russia World Cup. I really thought after the start to the tournament we were going to dominate it, but Argentina had our number today. Okay, let's get this straight. This is the final results of the World Cup. Poland versus Uruguay. What? I can understand Suarez versus Lewandowski and a few other key players in there, but are you telling me that Poland and Uruguay finished over teams like Belgium, Spain, Germany, Argentina, Portugal? What? That might just be one of the weirdest World Cup finals, one of the weirdest results I have ever seen in FIFA history. In the history of the rebuilding series, I am baffled. Okay, fair play to Poland. Poland win the 2018 Russia World Cup. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys our European qualifiers and hopefully if we qualify Euro 2020, yeah, Euro 2020. Some of you guys might be thinking, Jared, why would you show me the Euros when this is the whole goal is to win the World Cup? I think it's crucial to the development of our squad to show you the journey, show you guys footage of me breeding through these young players and seeing how we grow throughout the rebuild. So our group for the Euro qualifiers, there is 6 teams. England, obviously us, the Czech Republic, Russia, Slovenia, and Bulgaria. So not exactly an easy task, but hopefully we can get through to Euro 2020. And our first game in this campaign is going to be against Bulgaria, away against Bulgaria. Donnarumma comes in because Buffon did retire. Rugani's in there, Jorginho's in there. Slowly but surely I'm going to phase out some of the older players and bring in the newer, younger ones. 1-1 after 20 minutes in this game. Let's simulate it. 1-1. Alright, same squad here as we take on Slovenia. A rematch from the World Cup. Hopefully it is the same result where we get the W, but we'll have to wait and see. Let's see how we go. Goal in the 4th minute. We simulate 4-0. Get in there. An injury to Donnarumma, but hopefully that's not too bad. What a result. Alright, game 3 is in October. We travel away to Russia. Hopefully we can continue the form we have shown in the first 2 games. An away win would be great. Barreca and Benassi make their debuts. I believe that's how you pronounce Barreca's name, Barreca. Whatever, Barrecha. I'm not Italian, obviously not. Got a bloody Bogan accent, but Belotti does give us the lead. We simulate 2-0, another great result there. Back at home as we take on the Czech Republic, another result here would put us in a great position, rocking the same starting 11. Let's see, 1-0, thank you Insigne. Big game here, equal first I should say. We're away, travelling to what I would assume is going to be Wembley, taking on the 3 Lions, taking on the English national team. Let's see what we can do. They've got a really good potential side. If you would remember from FIFA 17, they're the only other English, well, international team, I should say, that we've rebuilt. Bernadeschi gives us the lead. We simulate 2-0. Damian with an injury, though. Alright, so we've established a good lead at the top of the group. Definitely a good lead in the top 2. Let's see if we can continue our qualification here in a good fashion. Late November, they miss a penalty, we score, and it's a 2-2 draw. Fair play, Czech Republic, fair play. So we're all the way in March now, back end of March, and we have our next European qualifiers here at home against Russia. This is the second round of qualifying, so we've versed all the teams once. Let's verse them a second time. Let's get through to the Euros. Euros 2016, 1-1 draw. I think I said Euro 2016 before, but you know what I mean. Euro 2020, let's take on Slovenia away. Another World Cup friggin' replay, but we got a much stronger side out this time. We simulate it, 1-0 again, but Belotti got injured. That is not what we want to see. So that's the end of season 2. We're going to get into season number 3 now and continue our Euro 2020 qualification process with Italy. So here we are on the Euro 2020 qualification process. It continues. We take on Bulgaria at home. Only a few more games to go, and we look like us and England have virtually qualified. Romagnoli scores in the first minute, and we win 5-1. We're on fire, baby. So as you can see, looking at the sort of bottom of your screen, it is us and England dominating the group. We're in 21 and 22 points respectively. Everyone else still in single digits, so it's really a battle of who's going to finish top of the group, and this game should help prove it. We're going to simulate 2-0. What a result. We are killing it, man. This squad is becoming amazing. So as you can see here, we're getting a new contract from Italy, and if you looked, it just went away, but at the top of the screen it said qualify for the European Championships. They want us to reach the final of Euro 2020. I'm pretty excited to do that. I will see you guys, I believe, for the start of Euro 2020. I'm not going to bother showing you the friendlies and all that stuff, just qualifiers and major tournaments. So, it is time for Euro 2020. Not a clue where it's being played. Actually, if I probably Googled that, it's probably already been determined. Let's see, Euro 2020 host. Let's see. It is going to be in different European cities, is that right? What the hell? It's being held across 13 different European cities. because it's the 60th anniversary. That's going to be great for logistics. I don't envy the guy that has to set up all the logistics for that. But anyways, Poland is in our group, of course, the World Cup winners in 2018 somehow. Then we also have Wales and Switzerland, so it should be interesting. Now, this is the squad we are rocking for Euro 2020. A big blow is that Insigne and Bernardeschi are both out with pretty serious injuries, which sucks, but our squad is looking really good regardless. I think once Romagnoli grows a little bit more along with Rugani, our squad is going to be really good come the World Cup in 2026. Not 2026, I hope we don't have to do it in 2026, 2024. 2020, what am I talking about? 2022, there we go. Oh, that took a while. All right, so the first game is against Wales here, June 22nd, 2020. Will we get our Euro 2020 championship campaign off to a good start? Let's see. They have Aaron Ramsey, Gareth Bale, Joe Allen, Ben Davies, a lot of decent players in there. Verratti picks up an injury, which isn't great, but Benassi does give us the lead. We're into the second half. We're going to simulate it. 2-0. Good win. So it looks like we're going to be losing Marco Verratti for the remainder of the European Championships. Broken metatarsal. Unlucky. Best wishes. Match day 2 here against Switzerland. Big result is needed. We get a win and we're just about through to the knockout rounds. Let's put in a big shift here. Granit Xhaka, Mbolo, who's a beast, Xherdan Shaqiri, Ricardo Rodriguez, Roman Berkey. We're going to simulate it, and it's another 2-1 result, although last game was 2-0, but it's another win. Alright, so it is us and Poland at the top of the group. It's very similar to the World Cup, where our final group stage game was to determine top of the group, and this is going to be a good test against technically the current best team in the world, the current World Cup holders. There's 2 Lewandowskis. Okay, fair enough. Szczesny in between the sticks. Let's see how we go. A 1-0 result, so we're headed through to the knockout rounds undefeated. And just like in the World Cup, the tournament stretches across 2 seasons. So that's the end of Season 3. Let's get into Season 4 and the rest of the Euro 2020. Alright, it is quarterfinal time in the Euros, and if you look at the tournament tree here, no more Argentina. They're not going to be able to haunt us because they are stuck in South America, but we are going to be taking on Belgium, so I would probably say that Poland ended up getting the better end of the deal as they get to take on the Netherlands, who of course have had their struggles in real life, but once you get to this stage of the European Championships, you generally take on a pretty good team. So let's go on and let's take on Belgium right now. We're rocking the same side as last time. Belgium, July 3rd, 2020. Can we get this 4th season off to a bang? Can we go into a decent level at Euro 2020? Let's find out. Look at that Belgium side. That Belgian side is legit, and the fact that Lukaku's not even in there is kind of scary. We simulate and we lose 1-0. Oh god, eliminated again at the first stage in a major tournament. So here's how the Euros finished. It is France getting their revenge from 2016 as they defeat England in the 2020 Euros 2-1. So it is the most important part of the rebuild now. It is World Cup qualification stage. We start from the beginning, none of this 2 games to go stuff like we had in 2018. We need to qualify for the 2022 World Cup. This is our best opportunity to win the World Cup, and I would say that our qualification group is favourable. We should be qualifying and qualifying quite comfortably, but those are probably going to be our famous last words. Czech Republic, Denmark, Turkey, Norway, and Wales. Let's get into it. First game at home against Turkey, September 4th, 2020. So just under 2 years before the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. How can we go in our opening game here? They've got a pretty good side. Now, I'm going to be watching these games all the way through, not like the Euro 2020 ones, because we don't give a crap about the Euros, to be honest, in the grand picture, but we need to win these ones, and we're doing that pretty well so far. 2-0 up. after an hour of football, 20 minutes to play, still 2-0 up here. Are we going to get our first W, our first 3 points of the World Cup qualification? Yes, we are. Same deal here away against Wales, who we did face in the Euro 2020 only a few months ago. Can we get a good result against them? They've got a good side again. Still got Gareth Bale, still got all those players. We get a goal through Florenzi, which is brilliant to see. He's really stood up in this Italian rebuild. Pretty interested to see how some of our players develop over the next season or two. Hopefully we can win the World Cup. Insigne makes it 2-0, so we're doing pretty damn good again here in the 4th season. Are we going to get another 2-0 result through qualification? Yes, we are. Alright, more World Cup qualifiers here. October now. It's going to be fun to see us progress through the qualifiers. Hopefully we make the 2022 World Cup. So we're taking on Denmark, who would have a very good side right now. They are definitely a nation that could turn into a powerhouse in 5-10 years from now. You got Eriksen, who is in his prime in real life, or maybe even a lot more to get better. You got players like Højbjerg, Vestergaard, Christensen, Dolberg, who could turn into freaks, and they're giving us a good run for our money here. Looks like it. Is it? Yeah, it's going to end as a 0-0 draw. Away at Norway here. A big game because Norway's 3 points behind us, and I feel like we played them right at the start, didn't we? And they beat us, or they drew with us. But Jorginho in the first minute, getting us off to the best possible start. Ødegaard, he scored against us last time, and he scored again. He misses a penalty. Wow, we're in trouble here. Come on, let's see if we can get a goal. Norway almost snuck and stole this one. Let's get the result. We want to get nice bit of daylight between us and the rest of the competition in the qualifiers. We're not. Another draw. That's a little bit worrying. Next up, on the road to Qatar is the Czech Republic. A big result is needed here. We have not been at our best in our past few fixtures. Let's take down the Czech Republic side, who do have a few decent players in Thomas Kalas. They have Yankto, they have Schick, but we do go 1-0 up. Then Yankto does equalise. Bonucci with an injury. Let's win. Okay, Belotti, good stuff. Let's get I want to get a dominant win. I want to get another 4-0. They get a red card. Can we get a third and final goal and get the 3 points? Might not matter. Okay, 3 points in the bag. At home against Wales, Bonucci is out for this little round of qualifying. So Romagnoli, who is the man that I plan on having as our starting centre-back, along with Rugani in the World Cup, gets a start. But it's not good to see that our defence has not gotten off to a good start. Joe Allen is going to give Wales a 1-0 advantage. This is a real bad run of form lately. This is mirroring Italy's real life form, which is it's a pattern we don't want to fall into. Can we steal a point here? In the last few minutes we do. Insigne rescues us somewhat in the 84th minute. Still not the results we're after. Alright, we're into March 2021. Been a little while since our last games. Hopefully that will see us get a lot better results, because we've been pretty average in the past few games. Bit of a different side as well. A few players picking up injuries. No! Oh, Çalhanoğlu, however you pronounce the scores. But we get a equaliser through Bernardeschi. Come on, let's get the 3 points. Let's kick off the year. Zappacosta, come on mate, you're killing me. Pellegrini, oh no, they score, but they get a red card. We equalise. What is this game? Only a point, but that looks like it's one of the weirder games. Away against the Czech Republic. This is a crucial game because, as you can see, they're 6 points behind us. And if we win here, we go 9 points away from them, which is going to give us a massive advantage. And there's been 2 goals in the first 2 minutes. Okay, FIFA, thank you very much. That is a weird-ass start to the game. Can we get back in front? Come on, fellas. Let's get the results. Caldara's into the side as well, by the way. We're into the last half an hour of the game. Some substitutions, some yellow cards, more substitutions, but is there going to be any goals for the Italian side? No, it's going to be for the Czech Republic in the 86th minute. FML. Did I really just say FML? I didn't realize I was a 13-year-old girl. Alright, here we are at the end of the 4th season. A few more qualifiers to go, but at the end of Season 5 and the start of Season 6, fingers crossed, if we qualify, we should, I know, but who knows. We should be competing in the 2022 Qatar World Cup, so I'm very excited to get into this next season. Let's bloody do it. Alright, kicking off season number 5 here. More World Cup qualifiers against Norway. Need to win this one. We need to win every game. We're really in danger at the moment of missing out on qualification. So let's put in some big performances. Let's start the season off on the right foot. 4 minutes in, Belotti scores. But as we've seen during this qualification process, there is a long ass way to go. Come on, fellas. Let's do it. Let's get, yes, okay, Bareka, whatever, gets us the second goal. 25 to go, 20 to go, 15 to go. I'm just counting down. 3-0. That's going to see us get the result. What a good start to Season 5. So at the moment, Denmark are leading our group. They're 7 points ahead of us. This is a game that we need to win. We need to win every game, but we need to close the gap between us and the Danish, and we start off perfectly. Bernardeschi in the first minute. We've scored a lot of early goals in this Italian rebuild. Sisto, damn it, mate. He equalises. Rugani with a yellow card there. Nearing the second half, into the second half. Can we get an early goal in the second half? Half an hour to go. Come on, fellas. 20 minutes to go. Is it going to be a 1-1 draw, or can we snatch a late winner? No, we can't. A 1-1 draw against Denmark. So I think we've actually just finished the qualification stages, because I was looking through the calendar and there's only international friendlies ahead of us. So I think I don't want to jump the gun too early, but we've qualified for the 2022 World Cup. I think we'll find out. So I was right earlier this season when I made the point about we qualified for the World Cup. We had qualified for the World Cup, and now we're at the squad submission stage. Here is our squad for the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Hopefully this is the squad that can get us the rebuild complete and get Italy another World Cup title. So Donnarumma, Matteo Perin, Alex Merritt. Goalkeepers are really, really good in Italy. Rugani, Romagnoli, Caldara, Bareka, Zappacosta, Florenzi, De Sciglio, Marco Verratti, who's now 90 rated, Bernardeschi, Marco Benassi, Nico Barea, Gagliardini, Pellegrini. It's a really good side at the moment. Jorginho, Belotti, who is now 90 rated, Domenico Berardi, Lorenzo Insigne, Stefan El Shaarawy, Simone Zaza, and Mario Balotelli. Couldn't leave Balotelli out of the Italy squad. So this squad is really impressive, to be honest. I'm very interested to see how we go. So we're in Group B for this year's World Cup, and our group is very, very difficult. Sweden, Mexico, and Chile again. Kind of ironic that we're in there with Sweden when they knocked Italy out in real life, but it's going to be quite an interesting World Cup. Let's get into the group stages now. Fingers crossed. Alright, our opening group stage game in the 2022 World Cup is against Mexico, the Qatar World Cup. Let's see how we go. We've got a very strong side out here. Interested to see what Mexico's team is like. I know Lozano's a beast, and Corona and Reyes, so it should be a bit of a challenge here. Let's see who can score the first goal of the World Cup. Verratti gets us on the board here in the 39th minute. We have the lead. Now Verratti doubles it. He has gotten himself a brace. Get in there, Verratti, you absolute weapon. 10 minutes to go. Can we hold on and get our first points? They get a goal back, but it doesn't mean too much at the moment. A 2-1 win to kick off the World Cup. Alright, so we had them in our group last time, and I believe, yeah, we did defeat them in the 2018 World Cup. Can we do it again here in 2022? I'm pretty confident players like Vidal and Sanchez. Sanchez and Vidal are still there, but they'd be pretty low rated at the moment, you would assume. Still, I was about to say, it still doesn't mean they can't do damage, and then Sanchez goes and scores. Luckily, 6 minutes later, Benassi is able to equalize. Can we get in the lead here? No, they do. Valdez in the 53rd minute. Bernardeschi misses a penalty, but okay, Belotti equalizes. 10 minutes to go. Can we get a winner? Is it? Okay, it's a 2-all draw. At least we didn't lose. So, as you can see by looking at the group table, if we win this, we go through. If we draw, we go through. So we just can't lose here to Sweden. If we don't lose, whoops, we don't want to play the game. We want to simulate it. Hopefully we get to play it in the final. But if we win this, if we draw this, as long as we don't lose, we go through to the knockout rounds. I am pretty sure that's how it works. But let's get a good win. Let's do it. They've got a good side. Lindelof, great potential in the game. Forsberg's got great potential. Isaac has great potential. But Bernardeschi does get us into the lead. 22 minutes into it. I would be satisfied. Berardi makes it 2-0. I was about to say I'd be satisfied if we could keep it at 1-0. But 2-0 is fine by me. Let's maybe go for a third. Let's just make sure we keep a clean sheet. Berardi, 3-0. That is good to see, and that is a great way to qualify for the knockout rounds. So, in the round of 16, we are going to be taking on Switzerland. Fortunately, it's not Argentina this time, but some weird teams in the knockout rounds. You've got Venezuela, China, Cameroon, although they're not that out of place, South Africa, and Egypt. So, really multicultural round of 16, but we need to focus on ourselves. We need to take on Switzerland. But that round of 16 clash is going to have to wait until season number 6. It's season number 5. It's been good. We made the World Cup. We're into the round of 16. Can we finish it off in season 6? Let's find out. We kick off season number 6 with our round of 16 clash against Switzerland at the 2022 Qatar World Cup. Can we get through to the quarterfinals? This is where we got knocked out last time. Let's not get knocked out again. They have a great side, Switzerland. A lot of young beasts. Bloody gets us the lead in the 15th minute, but we need a second goal. We can't give Switzerland a chance to equalise. Still a long way to go. Belotti makes it 2-0. Yes, mate, but he picks up an injury. That could be bad. If we lose Belotti for the rest of the World Cup, that could be really bad. Zaza on. Barreca makes it 3-0. And we're through to the quarterfinal. Okay, we're probably not going to have Belotti for the quarterfinal. Hopefully, he can be back in time for the semi-final if we make it. But that is a big loss for a few days. So it only gets harder. We have to take on Brazil in the quarterfinals here. This draw is so weird. Look at the left-hand side. You got Germany, which is a hard nation, but then Venezuela, Cameroon, and South Africa. And then the right-hand side is us, Brazil, Spain, and Argentina. We've been shafted, but we're going to have to try defeating Brazil now, who would have a great side. And we don't have Simone Zaza, sorry, we don't have Belotti, we have Zaza up front, who is 83 rated. Come on, fellas, let's put in a big defensive shift. They're going to have Neymar, who's probably an absolute weapon. Look at that front line. Jesus and Neymar are definitely 90 rated players, but Berardi gives us the lead in the 14th minute. That's why I was about to say, I'm not getting excited because Brazil are going to equalise, but we're going to go back in front. They miss a penalty and Zaza gets us back in front. Come on, fellas. Half an hour to go. Berardi makes it 3-1. Come on, barring a miracle, Neymar makes it 3-2. Oh crap. Oh crap. 1 minute. Okay. Thank the gods. I thought Brazil were going to stage an amazing comeback, but we're into the semi-finals now. We defeat Brazil 3-2. There is one nation that stands between us and a spot in the World Cup final against Germany, who defeated Cameroon 3-1, and that nation is Spain. Can we defeat the Spanish side and head to the 2022 FIFA World Cup final? Let's find out. Let's do it, lads. Come on, Italy. Belotti is back for the semi-final here against Spain. July 13th. 2022, we have our full strength starting 11 out there. Spain's side is going to be legit. They're going to have, look at that, that side is insane. Come on, we have a big task ahead of us if we want to head there. Bernardeschi gives us the lead in the 29th minute. Come on, we keep taking the lead in these games, but we keep blowing it. Let's not concede. Let's get a second goal. Let's not jinx ourselves. Bernardeschi again. 2-0. We're going to be heading to the World Cup final, barring a minor miracle from Spain. What a win. 2-0. Bernadeschi, I love you. We're off to the 2022 World Cup against Germany, the World Cup final in Qatar. A massive blow for the squad and for Marco Benassi though, who's gonna miss the World Cup final due to suspension. If that was real life, that would be one of the most heartbreaking things a player could ever have happen to them, missing out on the World Cup final. But here it is, fellas. The 2022 FIFA World Cup final is going to be Germany versus Italy. Can we complete the rebuild? Let's find out. The 2006 World Cup winners versus the 2014 World Cup winners. Who is going to be victorious in 2022? Let's find out. Here we go, some early possession dominance from us. Pellegrini out to Bernadeschi to Belotti. We're going to play it through. Barea! What a save. The follow-up though, not in a great position. Pellegrini lays it there. Oh, Weigl intercepts. Meyer going through. They're passing it pretty well here. Can't let the Germans shoot. They go through Leroy Sané. They win the ball back and they hit the post. What just happened? Here we go, Barea. Playing that one through to Berardi. Got lucky with the pass. It was a pretty average pass, but we're running through here. Heinrich's chasing. We put that one in the center. It falls, and we're going to finish it. Pellegrini on the half volley is going to give us the lead 15 minutes into the World Cup final. What a moment. It went straight through the Germany backline, even went through our own players, but Pellegrini steps up and bashes that one into the back of the net. Was he the guy that replaced our other centre midfielder who got suspended? I can't remember, but that got so lucky. Questionable if the goalkeeper's view was obstructed, but we have the lead regardless. Weigl running through here, going to Timo Werner. They're playing the 1-2. Good save, Donnarumma. I did that as soon as I knew I overcommitted. I thought, shit, we've just let them play the 1-2. Timo Werner. He's really causing us some issues. Pretty average shot again. His finishing has not been impressive. Good passing play here. Pellegrini going through to Belotti. Playing it through to Barea. Out there. Berardi, Domenico Berardi to Pellegrini, trying to get his second. Germany looking for an equaliser here just before half-time. They're passing it around. Timo Werner through to Leroy Sané. Goes back to Weigl. Back to Sané. They're passing it. Are they going to shoot though? We can't let them shoot. Poorly timed challenge. Meyer. Maximilian Meyer with the skills to get past us. Thank God Donnarumma is 91 rated. Otherwise we might have been in a bit of trouble. Germany really pushing us here. We're trying to get the ball out of the area. They take it straight past Rugani. They're going to square it. Meyer, another good save. Donnarumma, just clear it through Zappacosta. Here we go. Germany have really had us under the pump, but we've got a bit of a counter-attack brewing here. Lovely stuff between Berardi and Verratti. Berardi whips that in there. Win the header, Belotti! We don't deserve that goal, but Belotti has given us a 2-0 advantage here against Germany in the World Cup final. What a play from Verratti and Berardi, and what a freaking cross, and what a powerful header. Germany have been the more likely to score, but we've just hit them on the counter-attack here and got ourselves a 2-goal buffer. What a header. Alright, here we are. We're going to make a substitution. Not that one, but we're going to make it. As you can see, the goal scorer Pellegrini coming off, and we're putting on Roberto Gagliardini, who's got more of a defensive feel in the midfield, hopefully to shore us up and get us the World Cup. Mohamed Dahoud plays that one out wide to Hendricks. Going in there, you can tell they're playing really high up the field. Myers just skilled us to death, and he has missed. He did all that hard work, and he missed. Now, some of you guys are going to say sliders. I know I do this in generally every single rebuild, but I need to show you the computer, the game error. There is nothing saying they're going to miss the shot. That is just a poor finish after all that hard work. They're on the attack here, Germany, looking to give themselves a spark. Looking to give themselves an opportunity with 10 minutes to go. Toni Kroos, fresh off the bench, going back. That's not going to do it for you, lads. Oh, good stuff, Berardi. Play that one through. Finish it for us, Belotti. Can he get a brace? He just misses. Almost tucked that one, bottom right-hand corner. And that would have won us the World Cup. Oh, did everything, just missed by an inch. We're ready to hit Germany on the counter-attack. It's a poor pass there from Leroy Sané, but it's a poor clearance. Toni Kroos shoots. Again, Germany's finishing has not been efficient today, and we know Germany's very efficient at their finishing. Here we go. We're going to hit them on the counter. Can we get a third goal to put an exclamation point on this World Cup final? I didn't mean to go to him. The passing on this game is stupid, but we're going to win the World Cup. Italy have been crowned champions of the world in the 2022 World Cup. Another 2-0 result. That was the scoreline of the episode today, but 2-0 against Germany in the World Cup final. Fans of the Azzurri, make sure you soak this up. You might not see it for a while, but fellas, if you enjoyed today's rebuild, make sure you leave a like on the video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Blow Scorpion Kick it if you are new around here. I'll let you enjoy the World Cup title celebrations. It has been JarradHD here. I'm out. Peace.
I will make my own way, I will not surrender. I will do my best until I get put under.